Hey guys, welcome back. So yesterday we went through this primer installation. So again, just to recap, what we did is we sanded the granite. We cleaned it real well with isopropyl alcohol. And today, I'm sorry, and then we applied our PolyKote Pro directly to that. So it's been 24 hours. And today, all we're gonna do is we are gonna sand this piece with a 220 grit. We're going to clean it because it's only been 24 hours. We're going to use water to wipe it off instead of the isopropyl alcohol. So we're going to scuff it up really good. We're going to clean it, and then we're going to apply our color coat, and we're going to show you just how easy it is to go over granite. So stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and sand this real quick. Okay, now that that's done, we're just going to take just another piece of 220. We're just going to clean up the face here. As you can see, you can still see some of that old granite. That's perfectly fine. That is okay. And all we're doing right now is we're creating a mechanical bond for our color coat. We just sand this. And again, yesterday what we did, there's very little to no drips on this. We kept wiping it for about 35 minutes or so, so that we have a nice sealed tight edge here. So now we're going to wipe this off. I'm going to kind of dust it off first with the dry cloth. Okay, now I'm just going to spritz a little bit of water on it, not much. All we're trying to do is give us a nice clean surface for the color coat. Now remember, this water has to be fully dried 100%. PolyKote is hydrophobic. It does not like moisture, and it will break the curing process. So make sure the piece is dry before going on with the next step. Okay, so that's dry. Just going to run this kind of over it, make sure we got all our boogers out. And again, the important part is we're looking for a mechanical bond, which is why we sanded. Okay, now that it's all cleaned up, we're good to go with the next step. So we are going to do just a white, and we have a couple other fun colors we're going to add in it. So we're going to mix up PolyKote Pro. So again, our primer coat, PolyKote Pro, direct to the granite, no paint and primer or anything like that, just direct to it. And now again, PolyKote Pro, and we like to pour the B first. So we're going to go this. I'm only going to do about 16 ounces, only because this is about the least I can get in these mixing cups here. So if you pour the B first, it's heavier. That way the A, it's thinner. It can just drop in the thicker material without splattering everywhere. So it's always recommended that you pour the B in first. Okay, so now we're going to mix this for 2 minutes. So now what we're going to do, we're going to, if I can get a mixing stick here. So that's our clear. We're going to do a majority of it in white. And then we're also going to have a couple other fun little colors here. All right, so we're going to, again, this is the white base tint for our countertop, so make sure to shake it really well. I do a 3 to 4 second count. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll take a look at what that looks like. And again, once you close the lid, just wipe the top. That'll keep it from sealing itself up. So that's that one there. We're going to go with this fun teal color. This will be one of our new colors we'll have here shortly. And actually, let's do more of that. So we're just going to add some in here. Now the micas take a little bit more to actually penetrate the material here. And now we're going to do kind of a satin charcoal gray color in the last one. So we didn't have too much of that on hand. So mix these in real well. So again, starting with my white, we'll see how it looks. Make sure it's saturated. Look at the stick, so I like it. It looks good. Probably should have done a little bit more white. I'm not sure what I was thinking, but that's okay. Okay, now we're going to mix up the teal. And again, just mix the micas really well. Some people like to use alcohol to kind of saturate the pigment. Do not do that with PolyKote. Again, hydrophobic. Alcohol has water in it, so we don't want that. So that's mixed up real nice. And this charcoal color here. See how this mixes up. Probably should have used some of this for more white, but hey, no big deal. We're just here to play. Mix this up real well. We don't want to get shooting stars. And we have plenty of working time, especially for this small piece here. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of pour out some of our colors. We're going to let it go down the face. There we go. So now, see, I got a clump right here, which is what you don't want. So make sure to remove things like that. Probably should have mixed that for a little longer. So kind of gives you a good idea of what not to do. Okay, so now we're going to lay our white. And then what we're going to do is blend all of these colors together. See what happens. So we can use our fingers, we can use a stick, we can use a roller. Really, it's up to you as far as the application goes. Let's see how that face looks pretty good. So now let's do this. Let's start off with the roller. We're not trying to roll through it. We're really just trying to push the material. So, and if you let it kind of puddle up, it does some really cool effects. So again, just kind of drag through it. If it rolls a little, that's okay. But really, we're just trying to push that material around so it can do some really cool stuff all on its own, especially using our pigments. And actually, that's a really cool piece. And really, I mean, there's nothing to it, guys. It's super, super simple. You just, play with it for a little bit. But again, the main reason we're doing this piece is to show you what you can get away with as far as your edges. And see, we have a couple little gunks here, so that's fine. We're just going to take a stick and work them out. And so you can use this stick to kind of go through it as well. You're going to get a slight different effect. So now all we're going to do, you don't have to use a torch, but it's a little cool in here. We're just going to warm it up. Just going to help it kind of move around a little bit. It's going to help close some of those gaps. So now when you look at this piece, and again, I got some more boogers here. And actually, you can just take your finger, poke them out. Okay, so if I look at the face here, I guess let me add a little bit more right here. You can always add more color, but you can't really take it away. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. Okay. So again, just warm that up where I passed through. Now, for people worried about their edges, I think this has a pretty nice look to it. And as you can tell, did it cover the front here? It covered the front of the granite. So some of that granite, yeah, let's show them. Go ahead and come in, take a look at that. Some of that granite was showing through our primer coat. And again, we didn't panic. We didn't put spray paint or anything like that. We just sanded it and went directly over it. And now you can see we have full coverage along the entire face. So again, we're going to wipe the drips for 25-30 minutes. So I like to take it when it's real wet and wipe it in, because that's going to create a real nice tight seal. And then once that kind of tacks up a little bit, we're going to go ahead and wipe the drips again. But yeah, I'm very happy with this. And the adhesion, the PolyKote to PolyKote is the best adhesion you can have. And the PolyKote actually penetrates really well. So the substrate in the granite, for example, it penetrated really well. So yeah, if this were in your kitchen, or even in a business, this would be the application that we recommend. So stay tuned. Tomorrow, we'll let this sit for 24 hours, and then tomorrow we'll go ahead and sand it and put our top coat on, and then we'll wait a couple days and do our pull test and show you the results. Stay tuned and watch tomorrow.